Welcome to The Morning After. I'm Matt Smith, and this week I'll be talking about the creepiest car company, who do you think it is, as well as the new look for Android, a fresh new look that's not particularly that fresh, but possibly a little bit more reheated. But first of all, would you be willing to pay for Facebook? Yes, Meta could add a paid subscription model for Facebook users in Europe. That's according to a report this week from the New York Times. The company would still offer a free version, according to the report, still swimming in ads and all of that unnecessary sponsored content you don't even want to see. But the sheer fact of offering a paid option could help the company assuage the demands of the European Union. European regulations have crunched down on Meta's lucrative ability to data crunch from its European users, and this paid option could help address that, at least from the regulator's perspective, apparently. EU announced just this week the 6 global tech giants it will be addressing with its Digital Markets Act. That includes Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Google, Meta, and ByteDance, the owners of TikTok, of course. Even before this act comes into play, Meta has already faced some spicy bills from the European Union. One recent example, in May, it was forced to pay 1.2 billion euros for moving data for EU citizens to US servers. The worst part of this all for me personally could be those friends, well, let's just call them acquaintances, who love to quit Facebook, rejoin Facebook, then quit again, and who love to say their favorite social media catchphrase: if you're not paying for a product, then you are the product. Maybe instead of saying it, they could just get a tattoo or something, yeah. Next up, Google has decided to make some ever so mild changes to its Android logo. Yes, get hyped because we are talking fonts. Yes, a new typeface will look a lot more like Google's own logo, with the company now finally capitalizing Android like it should have been from the start. The Android mascot as well has been given a little bit of a makeover and hauled into 3D. I've learnt this week that mascot is actually called a bug droid, so now you know as well. Android's Consumer Brand Management Director, which is a real job, said that they wanted the bug droid to better represent the dynamism of Android. Dynamic as Android, so minor changes that no one really notices. Yes, that's this week's editorial from this Apple mouthpiece. You're welcome, viewers. The updated logo and bug droid will appear on devices and in other places, mysteriously, later this year. Despite the Recording Academy saying an AI-created song would struggle to win a Grammy, the artist behind this year's viral AI-generated hit, Heart on My Sleeve, has submitted the song for 2 separate categories. Okay, computer. Those 2 categories, Best Rap Song and Best Song, are technically songwriting categories, which means the Academy is a little bit more flexible with the idea of an AI-generated song winning anything. But there is still an issue. To be eligible for a Grammy, the song has to have been released either in physical form or on streaming formats or be available to purchase for download. Unfortunately, thanks to the efforts of the Universal Music Group, which owns the rights to music from both The Weeknd and Drake, the song was pulled from pretty much every streaming service there is out there. I mean, you can still find it. I found the song before recording this, but the Grammys probably love rules, and the Grammys probably love siding with a major record label even more than those rules. Let's move on to some of the other stories this week. Tesla has topped a list of the creepiest car makers, did you guess? Yes, the manufacturer, along with Nissan and Kia, have been nominated as the worst of a pretty bad bunch. Mozilla has reviewed cars in privacy terms and says it's pretty much the worst category ever when it comes to privacy. The likes of Renault and BMW can proudly claim status as the least creepy car manufacturers. Ah, such pride. There are no plans for a Zelda Tears of the Kingdom expansion. That's according to the game creators, so unfortunately, some of you will have to buy another game. And what to expect from Apple's iPhone 15 launch event next week, including middle-aged men stood on grass, sinisterly empty offices, and gilets. Gilets on everyone. Thanks once again for watching. Make sure to check out all those stories in full detail over at Engadget.com. Thanks for watching episode 2, and we'll be back next Saturday.